Let's just go back to the fundamentals of NVIDIA's business right now. What did you make of the numbers? Was there not enough there to excite you at this $3 trillion valuation?
Hi, Caroline. You know, we thought the results were actually pretty much in line with what we were expecting and maybe slightly better. It's just that in this environment where there's so much uncertainty in the markets, people are just a little skittish about just waiting and being a little bit more patient to see some of these numbers come through. I mean, they did talk about how margins will expand in the second half once Blackwell becomes a greater portion of the mix. But people are a little bit impatient in this environment.
Ayako, what do you make of the company already starting to talk about its next model of AI chips, the Rubin chip? I mean, it just seems like a lot of these newer models are just coming out really fast. Do you think that's going to be a longer-term drag on margins or even risk exhausting customers?
I think so, and I think we see this just in the sort of end use case and how quickly we can adopt AI into all of our everyday lives. I mean, Amazon's a perfect example of how they're trying to incorporate more agentic AI into our lives through Alexa Plus. But we have to see this in more areas, and consumer behavior is really slow to change when it comes to adopting new technology. And so we've got to really see the pace of consumer demand and enterprise demand really match the build out of AI. But the structure, the underlying infrastructure of AI is going to take a lot more compute power, as Jensen has mentioned. And so that's going to continue, I think, in order to just set the stage.
What did you make of the company's comments around inferencing and its ability to really take advantage of this next frontier where a lot of these new reasoning models are going to depend on this type of training? Are you confident that the company is poised to really benefit from that?
I think I won't doubt Jensen and the technological advances that he's been able to create at NVIDIA. And I do believe that just the overall inferencing market and just all the reasoning, just the amount of compute that they talked about, 100 times more compute power needed in order to do all the reasoning behind the scenes. I do believe that that is probably the right direction. I know there was a lot of concern when DeepSeek came out, but I think this is just a new level, another area that AI is going to continue to proliferate, and more use cases for AI.
There are these limitations, though. I think and agree, Jensen Huang did a lot to talk around these new scaling laws that come with the latest and greatest models and reasoning. He didn't really talk to, though, some of the geopolitical limitations right now. And when you've got Microsoft coming out, Brad Smith asking the government to basically do away with Biden's AI diffusion rule to allow companies to sell globally with ease, is that something that you're thinking about?
Absolutely. I think even when you go back to when DeepSeek's news came out and really impacted the whole sector, it really goes to show the arms race or the AI race that's in hand at the moment. And it is critical and really important for the U.S. to be in that pole position. And I think that's what's going on here. And we'd like to get as many friendly faces on board with how we, the United States and NVIDIA and other chip companies, are deploying AI.
Okay, pole positions then. Which companies
Absolutely.
are in the pole positions for you right now? Which ones do you want to be adding to at this moment?
Sure. So, I mean, I think, from a tech standpoint, you still want to have some of the big tech names. NVIDIA, we're not selling any NVIDIA at the moment. We know it's been range bound for a while. We do believe in the long term it will continue to grow. Broadcom is another name, and Microsoft as well. I mean, Microsoft is at the forefront here, pushing for additional globalization of their technology and allowing for their technology to be more ubiquitous so that they can again, everybody wants to be in that pole position, and I think we want to put America first.